it was all ill-timed.
Okay.
So like the contract ended between Size and Jason Markk on the 3rd year coming out of COVID.
Right.
Okay.
And the reason the contract never got renewed is because Size was actually supposed to go into refurb. So the whole store was supposed to close down for a bit.
Fair.
And then during the time where the store closed, my whole team got made redundant except for me. So I was the last man standing.
Which size store was this?
Carnaby Street, yeah.
Yeah. So we were actually situated upstairs of Carnaby Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, yeah. Now, and they turned into like a click and collect and stuff. Yeah.
So, to be fair, it was shit. Like I was like, bro, how do I even have a job? Still, you know. And during COVID, the one thing that I took initiative on was like, I took the camera home, and I got people at Give Me 5 to send me product because that's where the distribution for Jason Markk is. And I just started shooting like a madman. Like everything that I learned behind a camera, thanks to my boy Michael, who actually shot the Care from Head to Toe video, who's actually shot like a lot of the coverage for the documentary to come.
Oh yes, I did meet him briefly, very briefly. Yeah.
The tall Korean guy.
Yeah.
So Michael used to work with me at the store.
Okay.
And him and I have like a very big bro, little bro kind of relationship. He till today he's so incredibly thankful for like the time we worked together, where he learned a lot himself, and like after he left Jason Markk, his journey has been incredible because like he now shoots for Formula One,
crazy,
Aston Martin, like you know Porsche, like he's dealing with big players. Yeah, and I always knew his passion was behind the camera. He taught me how to use the camera, which is why I know you had an A6000.
Yeah.
Because he gifted me an A6000 on my birthday, which was his first mirrorless camera.
Fair enough.
But then work had an A6500. So I've been shooting on A6500 because it can shoot in 4K as well.
Of course.
So, yeah, like I took the camera home and I just used my initiative. Like, what do you do when you have no budget? All the work that you've been building over the last 3 years with the team is about to sink if we don't keep doing something. So I just kept trying to do something, and I was like, dude, like, I have so many trainers. You can create so much content just off the back.
Just cleaning shoes. Yeah.
So yeah, like that's how we kind of evolutioned my role into marketing. Like near the tail end of like before the store was closing, my job spec changed because I was no longer the store manager. I was store operations and marketing coordinator. So like that shift was like reassurance that hey, like even though we've got to make the rest of the team redundant, like Jeff, you're okay because we want you to grow further in the business. Whilst we can't guarantee anything else for anybody else right now because we don't know where the business is at. Yeah. So actually a couple of my friends ended up working for Crep Protect. And then a couple of them just switched career completely. Some of them started like landing their foot into the career that they truly were studying for. So everybody's in a better place now.
That's good.
In hindsight, you know, like it's I just kind of wish it didn't have to be the way it was. But
yeah, of course.
You know, it was the only way the business was surviving. You know, so yeah, man, like that's kind of like how the journey started, and I just haven't turned back. You know, I just kept grafting, kept trying to make things happen. I just kept trying to give back to the community that brought me to where I am now. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm anybody important in the community because I don't see myself as that. But like without a doubt, if you have a problem with a shoe, hit me up. Like without a doubt, you got a problem with cleaning anything, bro, hit me up. Like I've cleaned a lot of shoes. My knowledge isn't to be gatekeeped; it's to help you guys be able to look after your shit. Because, bro, we all love footwear. And like we're all getting to the point where something happens to them, and you're like, oh shit, I can never wear them again, or they're ruined. You know, so if I can help, here I am. And I just took that mentality and trying to give it to the world now. I guess.
Being in marketing and activations, what has been your favorite activation that you've worked on, or some of your most memorable ones? Some of your more memorable ones, I should say.
My favorite one. I think like landing Wimbledon is huge.
Yeah,
That's
that's
We done Wimbledon 2 years in a row.
Damn.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well,
2
as
years in
in,
a row,
what years?
Last year and the year before last.
Crazy.
That's like that kind of like resonated with me because I finally, so like the beauty of this job is I've always said like if I make it, we all make it.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
And when I say we all make it, I could start putting all my boys on.
Mm.
Even if it's just a part-time thing, like even
During
bro, if there's
Wimbledon.
bread to be made, we're making the bread
Yeah,
together.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? And one of my old bosses at the time was like, Jeff, like you're gonna have to branch out further than your friends at some point because they're not always gonna be there when you need them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, don't worry, I got a lot of friends.
Fair play.
I've got a lot of friends. And Wimbledon is a proof of that because Wimbledon. So the first year Wimbledon was interesting because like the first year was like the first time we did it, and I assembled like a bunch of my boys together. So shout out Jack, Nate, Fola, Daniel. We were like the first clique to do Wimbledon together, and that was brutal, bro. It was 14 days straight. It was a long days.
Yeah.
And that just came off the back of Paris Fashion Week. So like at that first year, I'd done like 33 days worth of work in a row,
Mad.
no break,
Mad.
because of just how everything stacked up.
Yeah.
So what did work look like at Wimbledon?
We were just offering the service, engaging with new people. Like we were doing the classic like throne activation where you can jump on a chair,
And
Oh,
get your
okay,
shoes
yeah,
clean.
you switch up
yeah,
the
yeah.
footwear. I'd say like that's like memorable because like shit like last time I was at Wimbledon before that was when my grandpa was still alive as a kid. You know, like I didn't think I'd ever step foot in Wimbledon
Again, yeah.
But then to be on the other side of it, it's just like this job has given me so many opportunities to be on the other side of the job.
Yeah.
And then if you want to say like the best activation is Lorenzo's,
Yeah.
like that was like wholeheartedly something that I've done off the back with minimal support. Like I'm not saying that I did it, but our team did it.
Yeah.
Because like even hearing you speak, and you basically in a sense staked your job in a sense, and you were like, guys, like just trust me, and we'll get returns of this.
Yeah.
And one thing I immediately noticed when you were doing the rollout and the shoes came and people were getting like the additional cleaning kits, the foam cleaner along with their shoes, I was like, oh, you guys actually took the time to print the gradient. It's just not a typical
No,
Jason Markk
it was a full
rap.
collab.
Like,
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was a full collab. Yeah, like we were like, so like when that happened, we said to like Lorenzo, I was like, what would be the ideal from the Jason Markk side? He was like, one, to fund it, which is fair. And two is he was like, I'd love to be able to like put my colorway on the foam that I use all the time. The reason it's a foam cleaner is because if you look at the video that released from Care from Head to Toe, if you actually get to spend a day with him doing the process, he uses the foam in the process. It's not like, hey, use the foam.
Yeah.
It's like,
This is
oh shit,
natural.
you use the foam.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It's just part of the process.
Like,
It's so natural.
That's organic content.
and,
Yeah.
and it just made sense. And I was like, dude, like, I was like, do you want to be an ambassador? Like, would you be interested in an ambassador, bro? Because I was set like goals that year, and the goals of that year were like, oh, Jeff, like, find like relevant ambassadors that genuinely fuck with the brand, are good people that want to grow with us. And I identified 2 people, Lorenzo being the first person, and then there was somebody else that didn't come to fruition, but like I thought he would have been more receptive about it, but he's a businessman, and you know, so be. But it's funny because he hit me up afterwards, after the Lorenzo thing. He was like, yo, like if you ever need help with this kind of stuff, you know, that's what I'm here for. And all due respect to him, like I respect him for reaching out to me for that. But like I also know that like if I had outsourced any further help from agencies or people that are vetted in the game, I wouldn't have pulled it off with the budget that I had.
Facts,
Yeah.
facts.
So like there was a lot of things that, like the network that I've built over the 15 years of collecting trainers is the reason why we could pull that off. You know, the relationship that Bradley and I have if we weren't boys from before that, it probably would have been harder to work with.
Facts.
Yeah.
But like there was things where he would respectfully keep in mind, even if I wasn't present,
Yeah, obviously.
to keep things floating.
Mm.
And you know, Fola's my guy. Like he's like the yin to my yang. Like in the alphabet, it's F and then G. So you get Fola and then Geoffrey. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
hear
So
it.
like,
Yeah.
it's
Hear it.
next
Never
to
thought
each
about
other.
it like that.
You know what I'm saying? So like when like I'm telling you, Fola's a grafter.
Mm.
No, Fola's good people.
Like I've met Fola when we had a store at Size, and I couldn't promise him anything at the time, but I said to him, I was like, if and when the opportunity ever comes, like I can put you on and we can work together. By all means necessary, I'll be sure to do that. Because I like when you speak to somebody, like I'm very good at like
Assessing characters.
yeah. So like within the first 10 minutes, my gut will tell me if I'm gonna fuck with you or not.
Yeah.
And like that 10 minutes that I have with you, you can speak about your whole life or you can not speak at all, but that will help me understand where I stand with this person going forward.
100%.
With Fola, within the first 5 minutes, he was good blood.
100%.
Like that guy has not a bad bone in him at all. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm so grateful that I was able to transition him out of retail into full time for Jason Markk. So he turned full time at the beginning of this year. Last year, this guy, like he says, Jeff, like you work around the clock, but like he weren't doing less than.
Yeah.
She was doing like 3-4 days at Foot Patrol and 3 days with Jason Markk.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
7 days a week. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I've seen this.
Let's not undermine the graft.
Facts.
Let's not undermine why we're all here because we spin more than one table, fam.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like we
Facts.
wouldn't be here otherwise, you know. And you don't like. It's not that he proved himself to me, but like I knew his energy was right.
Yeah, yeah.
And in
It's
the
like
space of a year,
there's like a verse in the Bible that says, "By your fruits you shall know them." Innit? It's like
Yeah.
you've seen his actions, whether it be working with Jason Markk or working for Foot Patrol, and seeing the fact that, irrespective of the environment he's in,
Yeah.
his dedication doesn't waver. For example, I worked with him briefly at the Patter Pop-Up,
yeah,
and again, just on job.
yeah.
And like, yeah, like I completely understand what you're saying because that was the first time where we had worked together, and I was like, oh, yeah, I could work with this guy. That'd be cool. So no, I fully hear you.
Family, bro. The first thing that I put above anything else by the end of last year was like, can we get him on full time? I was like, we need him on full time. I was like, if you want the business to grow, if you want to like have the business grow in a good manner, we need somebody else.
Yeah,
I was like,
expand.
I can't keep doing this on my own. Like,
And because there's ideas that you also want to execute that need two people at least.
yeah, well, like the thing is like the work that I've done in the UK allowed me to kind of have a resonance. And like one of my favorite things to say is like ripples make waves, right?
Facts.
And I was planting seeds all across the UK, working with different retailers, scheduling everything and making things happen consecutively. That then the European side caught me and he was like, yo, we need access to Jeff because we need the same thing for the brand over here. Which entailed like, hey, sometimes Fola will travel with me to Europe, sometimes Fola's got to be over here to man the fort in the UK. But like, had we not have found Fola, like,
It'll be basically you trying to split yourself in two, and it's basically impossible.
and I've been doing that for a very long time.
More than 2, like 5.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was man, like everything that's happened in my career for Jason Markk and everything that has come from collecting trainers has gotten me so much farther than my education. And I've said this so many times, but like, you don't need a degree, you don't have to graduate from uni, you just have to do things with intention.
Facts.
You know, like consistency and intention will give you discipline and motivation, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because there's too many people that mix up the idea of motivation being the driving power for you to go forward. But like, there's days where it just don't spark. There's days where you wake up, you feel 4 out of 10. You just got to
Bless
worry
you.
about
Thank
like
you.
feeling 4 out of 10.
Yeah,
You
literally.
know, like, bro, as long as you hit the 4,
Bless
bless
you.
you, bro. And that's the reality of it, man. Like, not every day you're on. And my girlfriend puts me grounded, keeps me grounded. And she's like, you don't have to be on every day. My job is very sociable. I'm a very sociable person. I'm very extroverted with the work. But like, if I choose my way of doing things, I'm introverted in a bouldering gym or on a run.
Yeah,
You know
fairs.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I'm now at that age where like I don't really enjoy the conversation of, hey, like, what's your top 10 sneakers of this year, or what's the latest crep that you've just picked up. Like, it's not that I don't enjoy it, but like,
It doesn't stimulate you like
I'm
that.
past that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
with all
yeah,
due
makes
respect,
sense.
I'm past that. Like, you know, I'd rather wear a pair of Timberlands than I wear a pair of Nikes. You know, like it's not because I dislike Nike. I love Nike. Like, my dream has always been like, one day maybe I can work with Nike and create my own shoe. That's every boy's dream.
Yeah.
Every person that loves footwear has a dream of maybe having their own shoe one day.
Facts.
But like, you also get to the point where you got to come to the reality of it is are you ever going to get into a position where you can make that happen? And there's only one way that I can make that happen, is if I stimulate my creative side of my work again. I don't have time to do that right now because all my creating goes into Jason Markk.
Yeah.
You know, so I've got people that are like always on my case because they know I'm creative as well.
Yeah.
And people don't know that I'm creative. But like at the same time, I'm not trying to show you the color on my belly. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey.
you'll see it when it comes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 33 this year, 32 going on 33 years, my Pippin year. So I'm not just gonna be a fallback guy, bro. I'm also gonna be the most reliable guy you meet in your life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's definitely, yeah. This job, collecting trainers, the people I've met, is why I'm here today, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's something we always say as well where it comes to like trainers and that those conversations we have, in the fact that trainers are a language. You see somebody in a pair of kicks, you open up conversation, and now you're asking them what they do, and all of a sudden it aligns with what you do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll keep in mind. Let's work in the future.
Yeah.
Boom, just like that.
Yeah.
And it's like it's funny because people look at it as weird, but your common interests will make ways for you to communicate with people.
100%.
And that's why we're here today having this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, even like you speak about the episode. This episode, there wasn't a way this episode would go, but the way it was written out isn't the way it went,
No.
and I'm happy with that
Yeah.
because we've had a great episode.
Yeah.
So like,
100%.
yeah.
Speaking of conversations, you and Michael had a conversation off the pod. Michael,
Yes, we did. Cool. So it was a late night one. I won't lie. It was quite late, and I think Geoffrey had just got in from work or something, and he was slumped. He was about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna pull up the chat. Give me 1 second. Sorry,
That's what I
guys.
invented 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I do this thing where I'm on stories and I'm venting. I'm
Nah,
venting
bro.
not because I'm hating, but I'm venting because, bro.
you can. No,
Eman does that as well. I can't
He
lie.
does, yeah.
Bro, like,
do that a lot.
it's just like sometimes, man, like, have some audacity, you know, like, it's crazy.
So if you want to read out your story post,
Yeah.
because I have the response, but I don't have the actual image you wrote
So
out.
I said, all these new age sneakerheads have no idea about a good or a bad shoe. What's a good quality or a bad quality shoe? What's a grail and what's a marketing ploy? Nothing is nice enough, conceptualized enough, or thought out enough for it to be considered a grail status shoe nowadays. That's just my honest opinion on most things that have released in the last few years.
So I said,
Interesting.
I think it's interesting because I feel like people are now forced to say a shoe is good or bad immediately because of the time we're in. Before, people just bought shoes they liked, and in hindsight, we would then rank them after realizing they were made of much better quality or stayed true to the quote-unquote OG. And
Full sentiment.
yeah, shoes dropping now aren't afforded the luxury of time to marinate. Everyone wants thoughts and opinions immediately, and it's kind of unfortunate. So, what do you guys think? Basically.
No, you go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, repeat what you put on your story again.
So I
Just
said,
so I don't misquote.
I said, all these new age sneakerheads have no idea about a good or a bad shoe. What's good quality or bad quality? What's a grail and what's just a marketing ploy? Nothing is nice enough, conceptualized enough, or thought out enough for it to be considered a grail status shoe now. That's just my honest opinion on most things that have released in the last few years.
Okay. I agree with you for 95% of what you've said. I do feel like what would be described as a good or bad shoe before is definitely changed, and now it's like the lines are blurred between is it good or is it just in my face enough
Or is it hype?
for me to or is it hype or is it like just in my face enough for me to be like, okay, because I remember it because it's been etched in my memory so much, I must like it kind of thing.
Hence marketing ploy.
Yeah. Which again, that makes sense because like marketing has, if you look at back a day, we could all say like it really felt like Nike was just the only people like marketing kind of thing, but they were marketing good shoes. But now it's like everyone knows how to market, everyone knows how to get stuff out there, everyone knows how to get stuff in your face. So it is blurred between I'm pushing this shoe because it's good and we want it out, and now where it's I'm marketing it because I know how your brain works. So regardless, we're gonna get these numbers kind of thing. The part about there's been no Grail-worthy shoe in the past few years.
Yeah.
I don't agree with.
Okay.
Just because I feel like for us maybe, but that's because we already have a Grail in our mind, so we're gonna compare whatever comes out now to that. But with the next generation of people coming up, their Grails are stuff they've seen now, kind of thing.
Of course.
So for them, they don't have for me, I got the Fear 4s. Those are my Grails. I can't fathom holding it yet. So anything that comes out now, I can't say, oh, I'd like that more, because if I could get it. Compared to there being only like 3 available on StockX or like 1 on eBay kind of thing. So there's that disparity between now, like a new age sneaker can see something they've missed and be like, that's a Grail to me. Well, obviously the word Grail is thrown around very loosely kind of thing. Like I don't feel like people saying like, oh yeah, a Travis 1 is a Grail to them. I personally can't see it unless you now explain why it is. Like I think more you need to provide context
for sure.
But
for sure,
I do feel like situations like, for example, the Cortez drop. If someone came to me and said that to them that is a Grail shoe for them because of how the story of the brand, the way the shoe connects to them, as well as how they've grown up, the 110s being such a staple in the culture, and like now seeing someone who you could relate to now creating a shoe,
A brother,
like that could be like to some of these YGs, that could be like, he could be my older brother, bro, and he's now made a shoe kind of thing. Like,
bro, like even the city with Tinker Hatfield getting his shoe signed, this is stuff that people dream of and imagine for years and haven't achieved. And man's done it in 5 years at the time that happened.
So I can see someone young enough, or the age in which we kind of started to develop our love for shoes and like create a Grail essentially, and not being able to be outside or be available to be on the drops kind of thing, to now view that as a Grail.
I respect it as a Grail, I can't lie.
Yeah,
for what it did in the moment,
100%.
and the story around it. Yeah,
exactly.
I'd say that as well. Like, I feel like there are certain shoes that are released in the last 5 years where people want to throw the Grail status on it, shoe of the year and all of that malarkey, and it's like,
but that's what makes it fun.
It's just the reverse swoosh. Like, and you know what? Yeah, you know what? So for example, when 2 years ago, the
Don't say junky donkey.
all black Travis Scott's dropped, right?
The Phantoms.
Yes.
Wasn't it last year?
Was it last year?
That was April last year, no?
Was it last year?
I'm pretty sure.
There was a shoe that dropped towards the back end of
2023.
2022.
A Travis shoe.
It was a Travis that dropped towards that. And they gave it shoe of the year. But at the time, a whole bag of New Balance silhouettes were cutting through and creating a lot of noise. And it was like, this vote, obviously it's a crowd-funded vote, I guess, to a degree or whatever.
Hype.
But are these people really looking at this shoe and saying, this shoe is a Grail because I couldn't get it? Or this shoe's a Grail because it's actually well-deserving and has emerged above?
You're mixing Grail and shoe of the year.
But
yes, there is that.
shoe of the year conversation, not to be biased, but I genuinely feel like we are the only people that have the right shoe of the year list. Personally.
Okay.
Personally.
I didn't know it was
because
taking that turn.
Because
we actually didn't publish our official shoe of the year list.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like, even just amongst us, or the list that we created of like a selection of shoes that were basically the top, like what, 20,
top 28 shoes,
28-ish shoes kind of thing of the year. Like,
28.
I do feel like we curated the best list, which made it engaging, as well as like no one's number one was number one. Yeah, which kind of shows that like
that's how it is, isn't it?
What is my favorite could be your third. What could be your third could be my seventh kind of thing.
Like the J Balvin Jordan 3s,
which I still feel like was top 2. But you know, that's
not in my humble opinion.
That's fine. But it's because that year I was loving 3s.
Hear it.
Is there an actual definition.
What you say?
Yeah, shit.
And the thing is, you could say it. That's not gonna burn me.
I'm a Jordan 3 purist. Like I've got, like my favorite Jordan is a Jordan 3. My top 5 silhouettes, the Jordan 3 is up there. The 3 is better than a 4 in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't agree, but fair.
So, like, but this is where we at, right? But
This
like
is
I was from the era where the countdown pack was a thing.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
the black cats were
Oi,
the 3.
you remember when we talking about packs?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
DMP pack.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Like the thought, the conceptualized matter of product now is nowhere near what it used to be. Dude, the countdown pack is 2 pairs of Jordans that add up to the number 23. Bro, you put the pack together, it forms Jordan's back. Like there's just so much to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Even
and
the what was the 4 Jordan ones? There was the Clay Moon. It's not Olympics. What is it?
I know what you're talking about.
I need to.
What's it called?
The
yellow ochre.
Yellow ochre.
The green,
the
clay
best in
green.
hand.
That's
That's the
Best
one.
in hand pack.
Yes.
Okay.
Like there's so many different things back then.
Yeah, but
just
those are shit as well. Sorry.
there's so many things back then. I guess you could say in terms of marketing that they don't do now, but I think because now everything's so fast food.
And you know what as well, yeah? A lot of times when you look back on like certain shoes that dropped around that time period, they were the first of their kind in terms of the fact that this is the first time we tried to drop 2 shoes at
Bro,
once.
people were breaking down countdown packs to sell one shoe because nobody wanted a 14.
Yeah.
Or
Or like a 26 or something like that.
like,
With like random packs here and there.
Nobody wanted the other shoe. That's how.
That's how
Big.
it was. People wanted the black cement 3, but it was shot the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I loved the countdown pack because there was no other reason for me to buy that big number Jordan. Like,
Apart from having the pack.
yeah, but like
That was smart, I
again,
can't lie.
again, like the thing about Jordans that hold such a sentiment to me, besides Michael Jordan being a player, is like the design philosophy behind Jordans for the first 20 pairs is unrivaled.
Facts. Facts.
Like when was the last time you've seen a shoe consistently inspired by different time periods and machines and like architecture?
Cars.
Yeah, you know, from the Spitfire on the
Plane,
5
yeah.
to like the Porsche and a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And that's just
Like,
Jordans, not even
that's just Jordan.
with the Air Max side of things, with like
That's just-
trains and
That's just Tinker Hatfield.
Yeah.
literally.
Like
The 95, the human
The
anatomy.
human, that's me.
Yeah.
97,
Ribcage.
you had the train
Yeah.
inspirations, like
This thing, Silver Bullet was
the trains, yeah.
so like this is what I'm saying. Like when I say Grail, like I don't know, maybe because I'm older, but like for me a Grail would be like the Cause Air Force One.
That's my the
course,
course.
okay,
we get it.
Course Jordan 4 is my personal one.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. What size are you? What size are you?
7.
7.
I just had to.
Yeah.
He said second up. I've got
He was like, that's nice.
What, you had that one, yeah? Say nothing, bro. I got that one. But you got both colours.
No.
Which
just
one?
Grey.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
just the
the
grey.
only-
The black was US only.
Yeah.
I didn't have the links that I have now.
Fair.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
Different time periods.
Yeah.
Different time periods.
Literally.
But like, you know, the thing is, sorry, I didn't mean to burn you.
No, okay, mate.
All right. It's
Rain
ready.
on your parade.
Eman's gonna zoom in on his face.
Hey, literally. The idea's already done.
But yeah, the Grail status of then was like hyper strike levels, like tier 0 levels. Like I borderline even think the Fragment 1 isn't even a Grail, in my opinion.
Fragment Jordan 1.
Because when I was around when the Fragment 1 dropped to Nike Lab, nobody rated the shoe. Like, the rumor at the time was that Hiroshi didn't even design that shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a black and blue, so it was like a black toe with a blue back and a Fragment stamp on it. Then for whatever the fuck reason, a few years later,
Shot.
they went to like $7,000.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I had them on my foot and I was like, these are so average.
That's the thing. It's literally, it could be mistaken as a GR. Like, it's
Bro,
just,
you do the
it's
same
a
colour
normal
now.
shoe. Yeah.
fam, they've done the same colorway in different variations
Yeah.
of color blocking, and did the shoe sell out?
No.
It sat for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Question. Because I've always wondered why the Jordan 1 Rust Pinks went so crazy and the Igloos went so crazy in the way they did.
Yeah.
Do you have any insight on that?
They never released.
So-
They never officially released.
So what is...
They only got given to like the Jordan brand family.
Right.
Like to get a pair, you would have been paying bucks over to try and get a pair.
Okay.
But like they never officially done a release on the
Right.
Igloos and the Rust because I wanted those.
No wonder they're so notorious.
Yeah, I really wanted. Fuck the Igloos. I really wanted the Rust Pink.
The Rust Pink's
Pink,
crazy.
Pink is my shit. Like, I love pink. Pink and purple are two of my favorite colors.
That's why the whole Lorenz.OG full outfit, it makes sense now.
Yeah. Like the moment so basically
Even the bag as well.
Yeah. So like the jacket came and there was two in Volcano and one in Dusk, and they were like, "Oh, you guys pick what you."
Yeah.
I was like, "This is mine. It's decided.
Yeah.
It's decided." Because I've told Lorenzo how much I've loved that colorway forever. Like, I've loved it when I've seen it in the sky, genuinely as Dusk. You know, to then him incorporating it in his
Into
work.
a designer piece, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but like there's pink and purple in that, and it fades out to like orange,
Orange.
and red, and like
Literally.
bro, like
It's a crazy jacket, man.
Sexy.
it's
crazy.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, Lorenzo called me to sell the jacket. He was like, "Sell the jacket."
He's so unreal, I swear.
I
Yeah.
was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I'm not selling it." He was like, "No, sell it. I'll make you another one."
Alright, Lorenzo is so funny, man.
Yeah, man. So who knows? Maybe.
Hey, who knows?
Maybe
So if we see one listed,
if you see one
It's
listed,
not.
it's the only one in existence. It's one of none.
One of none.
One of none.
Hey.
the times got tough
Yeah, yeah, for real, recession.
'Cause he
Recession's
lives.
here.
because he lives.
Hey.
Just to get back onto the convo in terms of Grail, I do believe that there will be Grails over the past couple of years. In being what it's going to be, I don't know, because I feel like when it comes to this type of conversation, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, but back in the day, this shoe was selling. This shoe you could have easily got in so in place. They were selling these shoe in like outlets and stuff. That's happening now to an
Yeah,
extent.
of course. Yeah.
So I do feel like there will be Grails in the future, but I do feel like a lot of this. One is personal opinion, like you gave the whole quotaste thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be somebody's Grail. It's there's something for everybody, but in terms of you don't know how, you don't think there's going to be any Grails like, or you don't know if there are going to be. I still feel like there are, but I just feel like since when you were collecting and the job that you do gives a heavy precedent in terms of why you think the way that you do in terms of good and bad shoes. You touch shoes 24/7. You're even talking now about you have how many shoes and you did a whole series on them. You know the difference between a good leather and a bad leather. A lot of people just see leather from what they can get.
Yeah.
Right now, people see like a sale tint on leather and think, actually, this is good quality leather, this is mad buttery, and it's just not. Like, it's just not. And even like,
Look at him smiling.
you reference like a 2018 Court Purple or Pine Green, and in my eyes, that's good quality leather. But then somebody will say, yeah, but do you remember the Jordan 1 band of, I don't know, 2006? Randomly, I've just pulled this one out. And the leather is even better. And it's like, I can only speak on what I know about.
It's massively subjective.
Yeah.
Obviously, it
Not
depends.
to be that guy, but the Baron Air Jordan ones from 2013 is amazing leather.
I mean, it's 2013.
Even have you guys
I
seen
still have them. They're still good.
My brother fucked them up. This is my brother, and he smashed them. He smashed them.
the Jordan ones coming out soon? They're like
made in Milan.
made in Milan.
Italy.
They're
Made
like
in Italy,
400. Yeah, around £400. I think it's
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I think it's the blacks is just a high. Is it a black low as well? I can't remember.
I thought we were white.
There's white and black.
White low and white high.
Yeah, the
white low
handmade,
and white
innit?
high, and then there's a black, but it had like pony hair on it.
Oh, I've not
Oh.
seen it. I've
Yeah.
not seen it. Yeah.
But in terms of that, a lot of people are saying, I don't know who's gonna buy a £400 Air Jordan 1 triple white.
There's a
But
market everywhere, man.
Well, like, bro, that was the same fury when Bid 23 Jordans first came out.
Yeah,
You know, like people were like, "Who's paying way over?" and that shit sold out.
yeah.
Like they might not flip for big money now, but like that shoe's serious quality.
Mm.
You know, every Jordan that came out in the bin series, I wish they'd done 23 of them, because that would have been sick, but they didn't.
Mm.
You say you haven't seen the black pair, by the way?
No. That's gonna be amazing.
That's one of the pictures I saw on like different sites.
Apparently, yeah.
Really?
Apparently, yeah.
Really?
What are you thinking?
Disappointed.
Air Force One. Air Force One that looks exactly the same.
That's what Olivia Kim did the thing.
I've got
Air
the
Jordan
fours as
4s.
well. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got the fours as well. But like I'm saying, like, what grey pony hair you putting on a shoe like?
Yeah.
There's a certain level of
Italy.
quality of pony hair, innit?
I could get it with leather, but pony hair.
Yeah.
Really? Interesting.
But yeah, it's just things like that in terms of you see and you touch so much that to you a good and a bad shoe, one is subjective in general, because obviously we don't know, Nike aren't fully transparent in terms of everything, or a brand aren't fully transparent in terms of everything.
Yeah.
But you see so much that you have so much information on that that you
Regular
saying
people
that
are privy to.
exactly, you saying that people don't know what's a good and a bad shoe. One, that's subjective in terms of if we're talking about hype and all of that metrics. But
Yeah.
two, if we're coming down to the actual materials itself, for you it's different
Yeah, of course.
compared to what people talk
Yeah,
about. So
of
when you say people don't know a good and a bad shoe, they're only open to what they can get.
Yeah.
And
The information
people
that they have accessible
access
to
to.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know people always come back and quote shatter backboard quality and all of that. Yeah.
So, okay, so like the shatter backboard one is a great idea.
Yeah.
Great example, right? In that same year or the year after, there was a Full Sail Jordan 1 that came out.
Mhm.
It was the same leather.
Mm.
Nobody bought it.
But-
There was an all black version as well.
But now that types into nostalgia.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's like I guess like what I said was definitely ignorant up to a certain extent due to the subjectiveness of what I know.
But it's a
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But like at the same time, like it's like that year, I spent all my money on New Balances.
Mm.
I barely bought a Nike
Mm.
because the 990 V3 got retroed harder than it's ever been. The 990 V2 came out harder than it's ever been.
Dope.
Teddy's done some crazy colorways,
Fam?
but the quality also wasn't there. Like, bro, like I was getting the same problem that I get with Jordans on my New Balances. The paint was cracking.
Fam.
Yeah.
Like when we were doing the episode, and we were talking about the fact that you feel like certain other brands are doing higher quality, and I said I think it's a numbers game in the fact that Nike makes more shoes, and so there'll be more errors per batch of shoes.
Then
I'm looking at certain crepes like these, and the sale midsole is cracking along here, bro.
It's 'cause
Like,
they painted over it.
yeah,
Like if you looked at like a bog standard 990 V3, it's not painted over. The foam is that color.
yeah,
That's why there is no cracking. But like, because this whole Teddy series was probably lapsed out at such a higher rate, and so many different colors came out in so many seasons, they had to cut some corners.
of course.
And like, that's the thing that again, it's like the reason why I said what I said. It's not because the sneakerheads have ruined it. It's the brands that have ruined it.
Okay.
Like, if you want to be ultimately honest, it's like there was a significant amount of people saying like, oh, like we want to give this and this much quantity so many people can get it, right? Touching on the Corti subject, okay? I can see why that shoe is today's modern grail. I can understand the relatability of it. But that shoe's restocked at multiple points. When have you heard a grail restock? Let me be real. Like, bruv, like hats off again to Clint to doing the pop-up after the release so that everybody can get it for 110, and I rate that. If I was ever to do a shoe, I'd love for as many people to get it.
Access to it, yeah.
Right? But like at the same time, I guess like the whole point of the term grail is how unattainable it is from jump. Right?
okay. You
As-
see, now we've
Okay.
given a definition to it. Then
Yeah.
we can go off something.
Like, so like the context of like the first clot Air Force One, the One World Air Force One, the first silk Air Force One in all red, right? That only released in Hong Kong in Juice and at Clot, right? That shoe is a fucking grail for me. because
That specific one or clocked Air Force Ones?
that specific cloth Air Force One is
Okay.
the reason why I have 4 other ones that have come out afterwards.
Okay.
It's because my part of it is chasing nostalgia, but the other side is like that shoe I wanted when I was a teen. I wasn't in Hong Kong, I was in London, and my mom said, don't even think about it, it's a myth. But like it was everything about the shoe was conceptualized. It dropped during Chinese New Year. It's the first like silk shoe that's come out, which also incorporated what Jeff McFitteridge did on the Vandal, where you could peel the silk away
Yeah.
and show like the leather underneath. And like the concept was to not judge simply from what you see. Like, bro, we might look rich on the outside, but do you have any idea how hard we fucking grafted to get here? You know,
Facts.
the presentation of the shoe was in like a Chinese candy box, and you could lift up the layers. The top layers would be 8 different sections with 8 different laces. You take the laces up, you take the layer off, the shoes were underneath. Like, it's again conceptualized enough.
Yeah, there's levels to it.
Like, there's levels to it. There's like, bro, like a Travis Jordan 1 comes in a standard Jordan 1 box, right?
They might change
They
colour on the
made-
outside.
Yeah, they made a stash pocket that doesn't work. You can put pound coin in there.
Yeah, you can
at
barely put
most.
anything in that. I can't lie.
Like,
Yeah.
You tested the stash pocket.
of course I tested.
Bro, like,
Of course, bro. I tried to put a fucking. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. But like, I tried to put
Something in there.
some flowers.
yeah, yeah.
You know, some flowers in the pocket. It wouldn't even close.
Damn.
Herbal medicine.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the natural remedies wouldn't fit. So, you know, like it's like, man, like there's concepts and there's reality.
And I think as well, like, going back to the brands on this issue, I think collaborators obviously want to do like a bucket load of things, but the brands are like, whoa, slow down there. You want to do that much? We're gonna have to sell it at this price. And all of a sudden now you're thinking, oh, but like, I want to sell it. I want it to be accessible to my people. I want to sell the experience. And so rather than selling the box or the collectability of it,
Well, allocation is
they're
low.
selling the experience around it, so that makes the piece just as more memorable
course.
as the packaging. Because you can't afford to sell every shoe you drop with Nike for £400. Who's gonna buy it?
Of course,
So,
of course. Like,
hey man, it's an interesting one.
for real, though, but like there's like, again, that's just my definition of.
No, I hear it.
you know?
I hear it for
And
sure.
like, again, it's over the last 5 years, like some of the best shoes that have come out for me, like CDG have done some of the best shoes. You know, like
My goats.
listen, like
Yes.
the CDG Moab for me is
Yes.
is one of the best shoes that have come
What do you
out
think about
in
their
the last 5 years.
recently released shoe?
What the Pegasus?
Is it the ACG Pegasus?
You talk about the Pegasus? Oh, wait,
Did it-
CDG?
They dropped an ACG today.
They look like Norders.
A little.
Yeah.
They do look like Norders as well. Is that a CDG?
Yeah.
They're kind of sick.
CDG Nike Club.
Yeah.
They're kinda-
ACG.
I'd have to see them in person. But
They look kind of dope, man.
the sole looks like I don't know if the sole's the same, but it looks like an old woven chucker.
I think that's what it's
Yeah.
kind of like referring to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like the Silverfin had the same sole from the HTM chuckers. At
What's the name
time
of that
as
shoe?
well.
So I'm trying like I have internet. Don't worry.
Let's have a look through the emails because I definitely
Why
got an
didn't
email
you
about it.
ask, bro?
It's
It's
not-
on.
It's not.
It is the Nike times Comme des Garçons Home Plus ACG Mountain Fly 2 low SP.
Mountain Fly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it came in black, white, and black and white. Clutch.
Oh, we're not doing this again.
No, that's cool. It's cool. We went. But the Thundermax, the 97s, the 95s. I think like what CDG do in terms of like the way they construct and design shoes is always like very kind of cool and just interesting. So yeah.
So actually, because of Lorenzo, I've actually met the designer behind all these shoes, and we talk on Instagram quite a lot.
What is it?
Yeah, his name's
Big up-
Kazo.
Big up you.
That's him.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at his Insta,
Where's he based?
Japan.
and I was trying to make the
worry.
connection between like
Kazi.
his love for shoes.
Kazuki.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like Lorenzo will tag them, and I'm like, who's that?
Yeah, he's the guy that's been behind a lot of the CDG.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man. He's doing a dream job that I wish I got into.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was always like, how do I get into the footwear industry, or how do I get into the fashion industry? And he's just doing that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think for me, like, If I couldn't have got the Moab, that would probably have been a Grail for me.
Yeah.
Because I've loved the Moab forever. Like I prefer a Moab to a Huarache, LE, any day. Because I just love booky looking trainers.
Fair.
Fair enough,
Fair.
man.
They just like a shoe with a sock liner from 92, 91, 92. How ahead of the time? How ahead of the time is that? You used freaking neoprene in 91.
Do you like
91,
Acronym
92.
Prestos?
It's crazy.
Yeah. I've got one of those. I've got one of the green ones, the olive ones. Back in the day. But like again, like even that era is Grail worthy.
Yeah.
For real, because like for me, like again, it's so conceptualized that like that shoe went on sale, and I was dumb enough not to buy that Air Force at the time because I was like, who the fuck puts a zip
On the Air Force
on an
One.
Air Force One?
Fair.
Then the Air Force 100 campaign came. They done an all white clots, I got those. They done an all white acronym, I got those. And once I started wearing that shoe, I was like, oh my god.
I
was
should've.
like, I should have fucking bought the other three.
Yeah.
Because they were just sitting at Foot Patrol on the sale rack. But nobody bought it because it was so outlandish at the time. But then, lo and behold, my love for tech wear and function just got to the point where, like, everything that I wear goes with this shit now.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But going back to a comment you made on the paint cracking
Yes.
on the 993s, from your vast knowledge of shoe care,
Yes.
is there anything that can be done about paint cracking apart from just repainting?
No.
No.
The reason, okay, so one is the quality of paint. Two is you've got to remember, like, they're painting over a foam that's continuously contracting and expanded all the time. So if you look about, like, physics and the science behind it, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, the newer Jordan 3s don't do that as quick as the old Jordan 3s, so that's the paint quality for sure. It could also be something to do with the EVA as well.
Right.
But, like, ultimately, it's inevitable for something that is pre-painted not to crack.
Okay.
And even like the older Jordans, they don't crack as bad as the new Jordans. But then the sole will just completely like
Come off, yeah.
You can just end up wiping the paint off with your bare hand.
Yeah.
So it's just like a matter of aging. But like there was a year where Jordan brand, it was 2012, and every Jordan 4 cracks, peels, and dies the same way.
Mad.
Same way.
Mad.
Military blue.
Red 4.
Mad.
Like white cement 4.
Yeah.
Like all of those, bro. Like I had a DS pair of 2012 Red 4s. I wore them for the first time a couple years ago, bro. That ended so quickly.
Damn.
I literally had like a footprint of trail from paint cracking, and like it literally looked like I wore it 100 times. It just literally disintegrated, and then the
crazy.
sole separated.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, great.
Did you do a soul swap or anything, or you just left
They're
it?
just in their box right now.
Fair.
Yeah, I did. Also, the new buck of that time was really bad. So, like, for example, if you kick something, that would just straight up iron.
Damn.
And, like, if you tried to brush it, you'd make it worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
Like, it literally just
New buck
like,
is
mats
such a-
it.
How do you recommend cleaning nubuck?
To be fair, like, nubuck is actually a very cleanable material.
You think so?
Yeah,
It's
it
suede
is.
that's
It's suede that's harder to
difficult.
clean. But like again, it depends on the grade of nubuck. So for example, on the Travis Scott ones, that mocha nubuck will
OG, the OG.
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
well even on the OG, even on the mocha ones, even on the reverse mochas,
Yeah.
like that grade of nubuck is the same grade of nubuck that's used on like the Lobster SB dunks,
Okay.
the Travis Scott dunks, and like as soon as you clean it, it's fading.
Yeah.
Like there's no two ways about it. But like I have a pair of Flight 89s that were all black nubuck. It never bled, like never faded, and they're solid. So like it really depends on the grade of the nubuck.
Fair.
What's the different grades?
So there's
Oh.
Durabuck and then there's nubuck. So Durabuck has a nap to it. Nubuck doesn't have a nap to it.
So what
So-
shoes are Durabuck and what's a
So
nubuck?
2010 Jordan 6 Varsity Red 6, that's Durabuck. A nubuck is like the Black Cat 4 that came out as of recent.
Okay.
2019.
So that's kind of like the difference in texture. And then you get even lower quality nubucks like what's a good shoe that has that? I'm just trying to think, maybe like there's a lot of dunks that are like they look like suede, but they're not suede,
Mm.
and they just got that matte texture to it.
LA Dodger Dunks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's literally what they felt like.
Undefeated Dunks
Yeah.
had like multiple materials, and some of those panels were nubuck as well. Yeah, there's quite a few Air Max 1s that have the mud guard that is nubuck as well.
Mm.
But like the evident difference is the nap. So basically, as soon as you brush it, it doesn't change in tone.
Right.
Okay.
That's nubuck.
Right.
But like if it does change in tone, but it's way finer than suede, then it's durabuck.
Right. Okay.
And then like pig suede, that's heavily used on a lot of Adidas footwear, all the Spezials and the Terrace shoes. That feels like it's like a durabuck, but that's suede, that's pig suede.
Fair.
And then you get like the higher grade of suede that comes in at like the fluffy suede that you get on like a course 4 or like
A Towley,
Yeah.
whatever campus, whatever that.
Yes.
oh, the Towley campus is actually towel.
Is
Oh,
it?
it's actually
Yeah,
towel.
yeah, there's no
Fair.
suede. The
Okay.
whole shoe is towel.
Fair.
It was just a
enough,
gimmick.
man.
Yeah, no, it's actually all towel material.
Fair.
That was actually one of the very few Adidas I really wanted to get.
Yeah.
Because the eyes also get a bit. But yeah, but like that shoe was.
So
That's
I
a
can
cool,
relate.
That's a cool shoe. That's a cool
Medicinal.
Shoe. That's a cool shoe. But yeah, you like on the course 4, there's 2 grades of suede on there. There's the hairy suede and then there's the finer suede.
Mm.
But that suede is completely different to the suede that's used on Sambus and like your Spezial, your Terraces.
The-
Fair. Fair.
What's your Purple Canyon? That
Canyon Purple.
Yeah.
Canyon Purple. What suede?
That's high head suede.
That's high. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
The 4,
Yeah.
the skunks. Is it
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they
the
look like
skunk
them.
looking
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
The ones that came out last 2
Yeah,
years.
that's a hairy suede.
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
hairy suede. That's very similar to the suede that's on the course 4 on the
Okay.
on the inside.
Fair.
Calm.
What tips, or I guess you could say, what hacks do you feel like people should or could know about cleaning shoes that would help, if that makes sense?
Use Jason Markk.
Fair enough.
Amazing.
Use Jason Markk.
Great.
But like, if you really want to like have a true hack, is like
Like I've seen the whole like on scuffs use like rubbers and stuff.
yeah. So on the grade of it is like the first like probably like surface level kind of thing is like if the shoe is of an absorbent material, which means like if liquid or moisture hits it and it can
Yeah.
be taken into the material,
Mm-hmm.
then before you wear it, repel it.
Facts.
With like something that doesn't have a forever chemical,
Okay.
because like you don't want to like decolor the shoe.
Yeah.
2 is you don't want to spray something onto a shoe that you can't remove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
So this is actually why I guess this is why I plugged the product, but like this is why Jason Markk's Repel is so good,
Mm-hmm.
because we've always been very conscious about layering the dirt and not being able to remove what you sprayed on the shoe.
Yeah.
So we've tweaked it to a point where there's no longer any forever chemicals. By law, it's illegal now. Even Cortex had to rework their membrane because of the forever chemicals that were in the process of making their materials.
Mm-hmm.
So now our repellency only requires 1 to 2 coats, and it
Fair.
requires 24 hours of drying because there's no chemical catalyst in it.
Okay.
So one of the key hacks is to pre-protect your shoe, and after you pre-protect your shoe is like after every time you wear it, just dry brush it. Just use like a horsehair bristle brush or like a hoghair bristle brush, and just dust it down. And
Makes
remove
sense.
like the surface dirt. That just prevents like
Any
the dulling,
settlement.
yeah, the dulling and the debris to like
Yeah.
reside in the shoe. And more times than not, that will probably prevent you having to deep clean a shoe if you continuously maintain it. So like, yeah, get onto the maintenance before it has to become a before and after. You know?
Yeah.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
man.
That
Cool.
makes sense.
We're gonna
So,
run the game quick.
Yeah,
And then we're gonna wrap
We
it.
have a game.
yeah, I'm good.
I've tweaked the game ever so slightly compared to our previous guests, but the game is very simple. You are going to have 45 seconds to answer as many questions as you can.
Growth. 45 seconds. Before it was unlimited.
No. See, this is what I mean. I've tweaked it. You're going to have 45 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. Every answer starts with the same letter.
Every answer starts with the same letter.
Yes.
Mad.
Your answer is G.
Your letter
Your
is
letter
G.
is G.
Oh, yeah,
My
your letter is G, sorry.
Okay.
There's two other letters. There's S and V. Who do you want to have S and who do you want to have V?
Raw. I feel like Eman can do V because he's very intellectual. So I'll get Mike.
What
to
kind
do
of
S.
no?
Calm me down.
Okay. So
No, I'll take it.
S for silly.
we're gonna start with we'll start with you, Eman, and then you can kind of gauge
Get
how
the
the game
game,
goes.
yeah.
Alright, cool. Your
Easy
time
letter.
starts now. What company, famed for their bright yellow logo, creates composite rubber soles?
That's a good one.
Creates rubber soles.
Yeah.
Composite rubber soles.
Vibram.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. What footwear brand tailored to skaters was founded in 1996?
Vans.
Correct. What Nike Air technology released in 2017 provides maximum impact protection from heel to toe?
Ooh. Skip.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
What-
am I not on the
No,
material-
keep going, keep going.
What material provides an alternative to laces, enabling wearers to secure
Velcro.
their shoe? Correct. What leather alternative?
Yeah, I'm on a time.
The answer was Vape Max.
Yeah, I'm on a time.
I can't believe you didn't get that. That's your
Not per-
baby.
Yeah, I know, it's not per question.
You told the mandem that that's your shoe.
Yeah, I know, but I'm on a time. I don't want to run out of time.
away kind of thing.
Yeah, I
but-
know.
Nah.
If I thought about it more, I would have got it. But
2 seconds more, you got that.
But that's the premise.
That's
Makes
pressure.
sense?
Okay.
Calm.
Hey.
Alright, cool.
Shit.
Michael, next is you, yeah?
Okay, cool. Say more.
come big dog.
Say more.
Alright, ooh. Oopsie. Press start. My bad.
Hey, in hindsight, V was kind of lit.
Yeah, I can't lie. I thought he was gonna give me vasectomy or some shit.
Okay, your time starts now. Onyx, Flax, and Pure are the colorways of what Yeezy?
700. Wait, on it.
Slide. What term
Oh.
describes the community, trends, and traditions surrounding sneakers, including collecting, trading, and customization?
Sneakheads. What term? Sneakheads.
Incorrect. What is the official name of the Nike logo in the left and right panels of their classic silhouettes?
Huh? What are you asking me right now? What the? Hey, bro, what? No, sorry. What the heck?
Swoosh.
Right.
This guy was saying, this is your bread and butter.
S.
Okay,
Right.
so
Fair.
answer the first question.
Damn, Mike.
Yeah, go
Slide.
first one.
So Onyx,
Damn.
Flax, and Pure
Yeah,
are
slide.
the colorways of what Yeezy?
Fair.
Slide.
I know why you laughed at
I
700.
wouldn't,
That's
I
also
wouldn't
an
have
S.
got that though.
No, but it's
Fairs.
Because I don't follow.
Forgot.
You don't follow Yeezy.
Yeah, I
like
don't
that.
follow Ye like that.
Fairs.
Sorry, Ye.
What term describes the community, trends, and traditions surrounding sneakers, including collecting, trading, and customization? Sneaker culture, not sneakerheads.
Oh, that's bad.
How is that bad,
Well,
bro?
That's peak.
That's so vague.
That's
That is
that's SC.
That threw me off as well.
And it's sneaker culture is not even one word.
And
No,
is this
it's
your
Bolu.
game?
Bolu, that's
Is this your game?
Michael, I'll give you that. That was.
Anyways,
But the swoosh one, I'll take that one.
Swoosh, yeah.
That was poor form. That was
Fair
poor form.
enough.
I was
You're
already
right.
rattled
You're
from number
rattled.
two.
You're rattled from
I was rattled from number
fair
two.
enough,
It was
fair enough, fair
fair
enough.
I
enough.
hear it. I
Well,
hear
you
it.
know when I heard flax, blah blah, I thought he was gonna say Supreme,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. it
and then he
could've
said
been-
Yeezy, and I was like, yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
it's like it's not.
expect
Is
that.
that-
Jeffrey,
are
you're
those
up, mate.
Are those all of Michael's
Obviously,
questions?
the
Those
45
are the ones
seconds
he
gone,
got.
innit?
Oh yeah.
You had 4. I got through 3. Jeffrey, you're up,
So you
mate.
got to.
Yeah, but what the fuck is G? Alright, let's go.
Hey.
Alright, cool.
Girth.
You,
Hey, yo.
It's gonna be like Gore-Tex and shit. Sorry.
no. Your time starts now. What colorway, whose main colors are navy, white, and grey, is named after?
Georgetown.
Well done. What band had a collaboration with Nike which featured 3 furry-like dunks?
Grateful Dead.
Correct. What the Air Jordan 1 Shadow has 3 main colors: black, white, and
Great.
what sport requires you to hit a ball into a hole?
Golf.
What famous notification does the sneakers app give you when you win a raffle?
Got him.
Correct. What behavior is displayed by sneakerheads when they prevent others from accessing product?
Greed.
Incorrect.
No.
Wait, what was the
Gatekeeping.
question? Oh,
What brand creates waterproof material using windbreakers?
Vortex.
Correct.
That was crazy though.
You are.
What was
What
that?
did I-
for?
what was I-
that
what was I?
for? Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
What- Gatekeeping.
What act?
What act prevents other sneakerhead? Something like that. You use bare words.
I was gonna say greed, but greed does prevent that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
But it was,
yeah.
it's like
Gatekeeping. Fair.
Go on.
Fair.
What were you gonna say?
I won't say much.
Say it. No,
But
say
Jeffrey,
it.
thank you for coming on today. Really appreciate
What
you.
colorway? What colorway?
Michael
Oh, the
so
Shadow
hard,
Jordan one. I
man.
can't lie.
Great.
That Jordan one was crazy. That question, that Shadow Jordan one was crazy.
black, white, and what grade?
Great. Oh my god. Wow, but it's so intellectual. That's such a good question.
I remember
That's a
the last
foundation
one.
paper.
Like it was my questions were too complicated, so I added a little
It
bit
wasn't
of
complicated.
okay ones in it. You know.
I was like worried for my life though. Like I was like,
Yeah, obviously, seen the way I got treated. Of course, you be worried.
it's like
No, you treat yourself that way.
No. Because think about it, yeah. How are you giving me a 2-word answer?
Yeah, no, that was bad.
That's poor form.
That's bad.
Sneaker culture. That's
Get your
Sneakerheads makes
ass
more sense.
out of
Sneakerheads is not
here.
one word.
sneakerheads is not a tradition.
But it's not one word. Sneaker culture is not
Did I
one
say
word.
one word? I said the answer starts with the letter.
This is poor form. This is poor
Did I
form.
say
This is
one
poor
word?
form.
At one point
But you
in
know
time, I
what?
said
You know
one
what?
word.
You know what? There's light at the end of the tunnel. Because we've come to the end of the episode, and at the end of every episode with a guest, we love to ask them to sign
Bolu
the
shoe.
famed
Oh,
Stockroom shoe.
oh man,
Bolu's for
Stockroom
size.
Force 1.
bro, what size is this, cuz?
Bolu's
It's
size.
a-
Yes.
That's a 14,
Bigger.
Close.
16,
Yeah.
Yeah.
size
I thought,
16.
I thought 17.
No, it's UK.
17 US,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Whoa, it's a UK 16.
Yeah, man.
Ross.
Yeah. So, bro, we want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
man.
thank
Pick a
you so
spot
much.
where you want to sign the shoe,
Oh, bro,
and that's your contribution to the gallery.
thank you for having me, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
anytime.
Yo, this was lit.
Honestly, man. You dropped a lot of gems.
For real.
Where was
Hey, you're always free to come back. So
Hey,
Literally.
bro, I'll come back with some grills.
Hey,
Okay.
sweet.
I'll come back with some grills.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
That is a grill. That's a modern day grill.
Of course.
That's a modern
Just the
day.
only episode. That's a modern day grill.
Facts. No questions.
One of none. Yeah, lovely. I love it.
But while Geoffrey's signing, guys, we want to thank you for tapping in.
100%.
Make sure you're looking with Geoffrey and Jason Markk as well. Any cleaning tips you need, Jason Markk will be posting them. They regularly do. So make sure you tap in. And with us as well, guys.
Oh,
make
yeah,
sure
that's
you look
nice.
into the episodes. Let us know
Yeah,
your thoughts
that's
in the
cold.
comments. Any questions you've got, let us know.
That's-
And that's a hard signature.
One
One
of
of none. Cold. And on that note, guys, we're going to thank you for watching, and we'll
Yeah.
catch you in the next one. So then,
Peace.
adios.
Bye
Gian.
bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.